One channel, different shows, everything entertaining. Make a Path presents. Welcome to the review room. My name is Ronnie Hayes, and today we're going to take a look at Skybound exclusive Paul Jesus Monroe from the Walking Dead comic book universe. Today we got both figures in color and black and white. After we take a look at this figure from a collector's standpoint, if you want to see some of that awesome articulation, check out the link in the description below. Before we even get started, I always love to compliment Skybound on their wonderful packaging. Usually companies will actually bring in a specific box company. I've seen this in distribution centers. To box the product, they actually measure it perfectly. There's always bubble wrap around the figure. Let's pop this sucker under the bright light and take a nice close look at it. First thing I want to say off the bat, I might be complaining a little bit. The images of Jesus on the packaging of this figure are not like the Ezekiel figure. The Ezekiel figure, both images on the sticker and on the cardboard were both images of his first appearance. However, Jesus is not that way. I really enjoyed that first appearance being on the packaging. Why I'm a little bit disappointed is they actually include the bandana and the binoculars. Those are very iconic accessories for his first appearance. So the box, I see this as a tiny fail that they didn't have his first appearance on the packaging somewhere. We have an image of Jesus from the comic book on the very top. Put me in check if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe that's an image from All Out War. The sticker has another image of Jesus, and then we have Skybound exclusive, which you will only find on Skybound exclusive figures. The back of the box features an image of Jesus when he was on the cover of one of the Walking Dead comic books. To see the full image, I'm going to throw it up right on the screen for you now to take a look at that. Then they go ahead and ask you to catch up with the comics, and here's where it gets a little interesting. It says The Walking Dead, as it does with all the others, and then it says exclusively from Skybound Entertainment and McFarlane Toys. The part in the yellow is the interesting part. A limited edition Jesus action figure includes alternate head, binoculars, rifle, knife, seems to be missing, and bandana. Now, from other people who told me they opened this figure, there is no knife. So I don't know if he was supposed to have a knife and they didn't include it, or what the deal is with that. But maybe I'm missing them somewhere, but there is no knife with this Jesus figure. Maybe they'll take that off the box eventually. Now, if we take a look at both the color and the black and white side by side, they are identical. There is nothing to distinguish that either one of these are different except for the actual figure inside the case. Now, take a look at the Jesus inside this packaging. The head that comes on the Jesus in the pack has the bandana, which is his very first appearance in the comic book. I love that. That's perfectly fine. And just knowing that they give us an alternate head is pretty damn cool. It would have been a little touch of awesome better if they had switched it around for the variant. If the color came with the bandana head and the black and white version with the blood splatter came with the non-bandana head, or, you know, the bare face, I think that would have been a slight touch of awesome. But again, it's nothing to complain about. It's not a negative. So we see that he has the alternate head, which that is an awesome, awesome idea. I love that. Down from the head, you will see the bandana. Now, I love that better than before. I thought they were actually going to sculpt it on his body. It seems to be a little rubber bandana that you can actually pop on his neck stump and then put his head on when you switch out the fresh face from the bandana face. Look down underneath the bandana, we're going to find his assault rifle. Next to the Jesus figure, which I think is an absolute must, and I am so glad that they incorporated this in this action figure. The first time we saw him in the comic, he had the binoculars and a bandana on his face, and I think that is brilliant to incorporate those. Skybound keeps doing such an amazing job on these exclusives. It is so difficult to pick out which one I like more. And like I said, I'm not going to go over articulation, but I can already tell 3 things with this figure as far as articulation is concerned. Number 1, there is going to be an issue with his hair. In figures like that, you're always going to have issues in that hair, just possibly. It may hinder some of the movement. And the trench coat is most likely going to hinder some of the leg movement. And seeing as he has Daryl's articulation where the legs can move forward and back and side to side, that trench coat, if it's not a very pliable material, if it's not very soft, it's going to hinder the movement. However, it does look very soft. As you can tell, the rubber band actually bends that trench coat a little bit. There are still a lot of people that are not aware that you could buy these figures directly from Skybound. A lot of people will start buying them from eBay and different internet sites at, $50 a figure, sometimes $100 a figure. Now, I don't want to see collectors overpaying for their figures. There's no point to that. So, all you have to do is go to thewalkingdead.com. Top right hand corner roundabout, click on store. That will take you directly to the Skybound store. Type in Jesus, bam. Originally I started with articulation with Negan. I had a lot of fun with that. It ran a little too long. However, I'm going to try to tighten up these videos a lot more. If you guys are interested in the articulation, let me know. I'm sure we can pop 1 or 2 open on the next review and take a look at them up close. Alright guys, this has been a collector's look at the Paul Jesus Monroe Skybound exclusive. Man, I love these guys. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a cool figure. Alright guys, this is Ronnie Hayes, and don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.